Rob and George, we got on the phone, and what you been doing these days? You're promoting stuff, working hard,
Yeah, is the answer
basically.
to that, yes. Yeah, we've got a new band on the go, which is quite amazing, really. Got some great old names and, fabulous performers. It's called Love Power, and we've got people from Medicine Head, Climax Blues Band, the Bee Gees, Mott the Hoople. It's really great, really great.
So where's your gigs these days? You're playing like quite a bit of shows.
No, unfortunately not at the moment. We've been sort of in the studio sort of almost constantly, like you do. But we're planning something at the moment later this year. Well, later this summer, in fact. So that'll be good.
This summer you're gonna be playing a lot of gigs.
Hopefully so. Yeah, that's the plan. We're just putting it all in, getting it together at the moment. But everything takes time, as you well know. So, but yeah, looking forward to that very much.
So Robin, you're with Angel Air Records, and your back catalog's being rediscovered, and all that. What do you think of that?
Well, it's really good because with technology the way it is at the moment, it's given me the chance to remaster stuff to make it sound like I always thought it should, And so I'm one of these guys. When I finish a record, I never listen to it again unless somebody plays it somewhere. But having this chance, it's really excited me. In musical sort of text, it's very interesting. And the fact that Angel Air are sort of so interested in my back catalogue as well is great news, obviously. And they seem to be doing an absolutely excellent job. So,
What process did you go through? Did you find the master reels for these albums?
Mostly, yeah. As in quarter-inch masters. So it's strictly remastering, actually just EQing and editing and etc. and tightening up the tracks. It's rather than having the opportunity to remix completely, because those days are gone, unfortunately, with the multi-tracks, etc.
So it's not too hard to find this equipment to go back and issue this stuff.
No, it's everything's available to sort of use to the full extent, really. And as I said, it is great to be able to sort of liven stuff up and again take out little sections that you wouldn't have put in those days or whatever, or indeed repeat sections that you thought, why didn't I do that twice? So it's great to have the opportunity.
Another thing, Robin, you've played in a lot of bands. You got big catalog. Is there stuff that's not reissued that we will see in the near future?
I wouldn't say near future. I want to stop doing the past and get on with the future. To be honest. But there is stuff. Yeah, the stuff's still in the vaults that I just sort of recorded everything I ever did, whether it was on cassette or then moving up through whatever, obviously quarter-inch DATs and so on. So I've got a lot of old stuff, but stuff that I would never ever put out without everybody's consent, sort of thing. I'm not. That's one thing I'm really pleased about. For example, Martial Law, as I'm sure you well know, has just been released, and the guys are really thrilled. And we worked on it throughout the project, and that's the way I like it to be. Everybody should be happy. It's about, just getting good music to people, hopefully.
Is there going to be a tour this summer with the festivals? A few gigs with Martial Law?
I didn't actually. I sort of. I produced the album. I wasn't actually in the band in any way, but but we're still totally in touch, and they are looking to gig as much as possible. So that should be very good for them. I mean, the album's getting very well received. Power Game, it's called, and it's good.
And you worked with Diamond Head also producing.
Yep, and then I'm still in touch with Sean. Singer in those days. It's all very sort of and we had a band called Notorious, and we've just remastered that album, so that's sort of one connection. And then Nick Tart, who's now the singer with Diamond Head, I made an album with him many moons ago, which is again out on Angel Air, so it's yet another circle sort of completed.
And you got some interesting guitars on the album cover, Crying Diamonds. How old is that guitar? Was that, a newly released guitar that time? You don't see them
no,
often.
No, that's BC Rich from, well, it's quite old, early 80s, and it's designed and built by a guy called Neil Moser, who now makes my guitars these days. His new company's called Moser Guitars, and they're absolutely excellent. But no, that's sort of BC Rich. Great guitars, though. Absolutely great.
Do you still have that guitar in your collection?
Oh, yeah. Believe it or not, I've just walked past it.
It's a nice guitar.
It's lovely.
So,
thanks.
Your guitar collection, is it quite impressive?
It was at one time, but I realised I was sort of feeling like, why have I got this when I never played? Somebody else who would love it should deserve to play it. I'm just looking at my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 11 guitars in total. Oh, 12, sorry, I just saw another one. But these are guitars that I love and I've had for many, many moons. So they're really quite special. But no, I haven't got thousands like some people.
Yeah. Basically, you got this double album. You know, it's got the Dangerous Music Live 85 and the Crying Diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
This album, you know, do you find that it's evolving a lot, you know, for being remastered and people are picking her up now?
I definitely think, for example, the live show, to be able to put on stuff that was recorded at the BBC live again, it was the band's first ever gig. That's great. That sort of improved that, and I've managed to spend a lot of time looking at the actual sound because it was recorded properly on 24 track, etc. But I did read a few comments of early releases that it sounded as though, well, people listen to things in different ways, but one guy said, oh, it might have been recorded in the audience on it. So I had a serious look at the EQ, and I think it sounds okay now, but it's so long ago. It's sort of,
It's very well mastered, the quality of it.
Oh, great, thanks, yeah.
Yes,
cool.
It's good. What's the titles of your new album that you're going to be doing?
Right, well, with the band The Love Power, the album's called Back to the Sun. And, just very quickly, as I said, it's John Fiddler from Medicine Head on lead vocals, Pete Acox from Climax Blues Band on slide guitar, Blue Weaver, who was, as I said, Mott the Hoople, Amen Corner, and the Bee Gees on keyboards, and so on and so forth. So it's really interesting, and it's now. That's what I'm really into now. It's now. And as I said earlier, the future, not still going back further into the past yet. So.
When's this going to see the catalogue shelves? When's this going to be released?
We are looking at the sort of final stages of deals right now. The album's completely finished, and we put a single out over. I'm in Spain, as you probably know. Put a single out just to test the water, as it were, and it got playlisted straight away and went to number 1 on local charts, which doesn't mean much, but it does, because it proves that people still it's still like good old music, sort of southern rock or something like that. It's very, very interesting. Sorry, Charlie Morgan's the drummer. How could I not say Charlie? He was with Elton John and Kate Bush, and he's superb as well. So. And
what are you doing this evening? Something like that.
Just, funnily enough, just dragging a few tracks around and trying to finish off a little project I've got on the go. So, in the studio.
Keeping busy as always, and that's good.
Yeah. Well, the thing, as I said, I live in Spain, and I just love being in the warmth, but I can walk into the studio and then out into the sun for 10 minutes, then back into the studio, and it's just not the old cooped up without windows that I sort of grew up with, and it's just a very, very sort of, a great way to be doing it, I must say, for a change.
Well, Robin, it's been a pleasure talking.
Excellent. Well, great to talk to you too. Anything you need, just give us a bell. You got the number.
All right, man. Robin's new albums, Crying Diamonds and Dangerous Music Live 85, double CD. You can pick it up on Angel Air Records. Thanks, Robin.
Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, man.